moved. I'm doing my phone because I can't do the computer.
Hi, Bruce.
Hello. Hi, everybody. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
It is now.
Yes, a new era.
No, just, yeah. Yeah, I'll put it up on the screen.
To empty chair to be filled with Santa Claus or something? Oh.
There we go.
Okay. Mark is not here.
Josh, hi, good to see you. Long time.
Okay, so we can stay on schedule. Let's go ahead. I'll open the Board of Selectmen's meeting for the Budget Committee meeting.
And Dick, I think you were the last chair.
Yeah. So I will open the Budget Committee meeting for the purpose of this joint get together.
Okay. Our next item on the agenda is the election of Budget Committee officers. Dick, since you were the introduction. I'm sorry.
Do I have a quorum, Matt?
Nate did.
I was just going
today.
to pull up the agenda. 1, 2, 3, 4,
Oh, you've got
5, 6, 7. Yeah, you do.
Yeah, good.
Okay.
Okay, so we need to select a chairman, vice chairman, secretary. Is that
Yes, yeah. And
up there? Stop.
Well,
typically the town staff has taken on the secretary duties.
Taken on the, but yeah, okay. So I would
Speaking of,
be interested in hearing nomination for chairman for the Budget Committee.
I nominate Dick McLean.
I
Second.
second.
Raise my.
Any other nominations there?
I make a motion nomination cease.
I don't, oh, there's Dick. Yeah.
Okay, so, well, okay, all in favor. All in favor for that guy
Oh, shit.
as
Oh, sorry. Oh, shit, doesn't work, does it? I just did something wrong.
I say it,
opposed.
one.
Oops.
Opposed.
No.
Looks like, okay, that's it. All right, so I continue to sit here. Okay.
Hey,
Nomination for vice, well, thank you. Nomination for vice chair.
What?
I
Uh,
nominate Karen O'Brien.
Second.
Okay. Karen O'Brien, any other nominations for vice chair? Okay, all in favor of Karen O'Brien for vice chair?
Right?
Thank you, Bonnie.
Congratulations, partner. All right. Right. Do we need other officers, Matt?
oh,
I don't think so, really. For
no, you might just designate Cheryl as the secretary.
Yeah. Somebody want to move that
And
we?
I'll continue to have her muted so she can't.
Yeah. Good luck.
I nominate Cheryl.
Okay, a second from anybody?
Second.
Nominate Carol to take care of those duties. Okay. Any questions or concerns?
I have a question.
All right,
Are we being filmed?
Yes,
we are being recorded.
All right,
Yes,
it is great. Thank you.
okay. All in favor of that motion for Cheryl to do the duties?
Aye.
Right.
and
Ay, ay, ay.
and essentially what Cheryl will do will be to
Carries.
just record your decisions as you go through the
Yeah.
budget.
Right,
Work.
okay. Next,
Okay, a review of the budget calendar. One of the handouts you have is the budget calendar. Looks like this. I hope you've all had a chance to review it. Take a look at it.
Nope,
Make
didn't.
sure it works for you. Any questions or comments on this?
Did it come from Matt? Robin,
It
did,
was in his email. Yes, it was in his email that set up this committee meeting.
okay, I'll look back for it. Sorry, didn't get it.
Are there any concerns or objections to the dates that are set aside for the budget committee? Okay, so we can accept those as,
Yeah,
there you
I
go.
just put it on the screen.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Look at that.
okay. Um,
I'm looking to see. Oh, it's pretty much March, right? I keep March open for this.
Well, that,
Yeah.
yeah. It's Mondays in March,
Yeah.
looks like.
and of course, even as it says at the bottom, this is always subject to change as circumstances occur. How about a motion from the budget committee, just to keep it formal, motion from the budget committee that we accept the calendar as it's been presented.
I make a motion, we accept the calendar as proposed.
Okay,
second.
second from anyone?
Second from Kathy.
All right. I
Wait,
can't.
one second. Who made the motion? Hi, Mark.
Lou Abertoni.
Lou
Okay,
did.
Lou, you
Yeah,
can make
wait.
the motion for the Board of Selectmen, but not for the Budget Committee.
Oh, that's correct. Sorry.
I move we adopt it.
So
Okay, it's Bruce.
Okay, Bruce.
Okay, and we had a second
Kathy,
from
second.
Kathy. Okay. All in favor?
I,
Got a hand. Where's my camera? Ah, oh,
it's
okay.
there.
All right. Got it. Thank you. Okay.
Now, Lou, you can now make a motion for the Board of Selectmen if you'd like.
Mm.
What?
What motion do you want?
To accept the budget calendar as proposed.
I make a motion, we accept the budget calendar as proposed.
I'll second. Oh, I'm sorry. Any
Nope.
discussion? All in favor? I'm not getting the full screen. I don't see hardly anybody anymore.
There we go. Oh, there.
Everybody.
Okay, so keep your calendar handy. Mark your personal calendars so you'll know when you're meeting, when different things are happening. So thank you for that. There are several provider agency requests, or no, I'm sorry, Matt, do you want to talk about the provider agency request process?
Sure. We had a call before the last election, before the November election, from a provider agency asking if the town could waive the petition process for this year, given the need to socially distance during the pandemic. And I took that to the Board of Selectmen, and they agreed that a petition step would not be required any longer, as long as the provider agency submitted a request was not more than what the previous year request was, and their board of directors signed that request. And then any new organizations, or any organizations that hadn't asked for provider agency money previously, would need to go through the usual process with the petition and such. So I just want to let the board know that all of the agencies that approved or were approved for last year's budget, the current year's budget, will automatically be approved if they go through that simple step. And of course, it needs to go to town meeting for approval.
And I believe the budget committee does not vote on that ruling. Is
No.
that right? That's the selectmen. Yeah. Okay. Yep. Just wanted to be cleared.
Can I ask a quick question? It's been a long time since the budget committee met with the Board of Selectmen. Are there any new budget committee members that are new this year?
Oh, was there last year?
It's me.
3? Did I hear?
Lucy,
Lucy Harrington.
That's why I'm sticking my.
Oh, okay. Okay, I thought you
Yeah.
said 3. Okay,
no,
okay.
I guess I was new last year, so.
Okay.
I think I'm a member, or at least an alternative member. I'm Max Johnstone.
Oh, hi, Max. And
Oh,
you're
Max.
new this year.
You, Max.
I think I am. I was given all the email updates and everything as if I was a member.
Okay, welcome.
So I assume maybe
Yeah.
I'm not.
And
I
this
know.
is your first year with us in this capacity, isn't it, Max?
Yep.
Yeah.
But I
that's what
I
thought.
don't know if I'm a member or an
Yes, you are.
alternative member.
You are a
I am.
member.
Well,
All
at
right.
any rate, we'll treat
You're-
you respectfully.
Well, thank goodness I showed up.
Well, if you're willing, all 9 of you are members. I know Bruce wanted to be an alternate for this first go round, but if he's willing, he can move into the regular member category.
Sure, I'd be willing.
Okay, I guess for the new members, and Max, did you have an opportunity to review the materials that were in the email?
I did look it over.
Okay, all right. I'm wondering if the new members in particular, would like an overview of how this works, or do you feel comfortable with having your calendar and working with Dick to, get everything moving?
I'm good.
Okay.
I'm good.
Mhm.
I'm good, and I've been on the committee before, but I think it would be helpful to just have a review of what we do and don't do.
Well, then, Madam Chairman over there, if I may just take a moment for the Budget Committee.
Absolutely.
On this occasion, we're meeting jointly with the Board of Selectmen just to determine how we're going to go forward for the rest of the year. Past this point, we will meet independently from the Board of Selectmen. They make votes on what they want to go as budget items on the town warrant. We make our votes independently. If our numbers come out the same, it shows that way on the article. If we disagree, then both dollar numbers are presented to the people. One, it says the selectmen recommend whatever, and underneath it, it says the budget committee recommends whatever. So that our actions are independent, one of the others. For the most part, the budget committee is not here to establish the items. The town manager gets input from all of the department heads. He reviews their requests with the department heads, and then submits a proposed budget. We vote on each of those lines in each of those departments, and our function in my mind basically is simply to give an eye for the public on what the Board of Selectmen is approving, so that they can't just run amok. It puts that many more citizens looking at those numbers before those decisions are made. And that sometimes confuses new budget committee members who think that we are forming the budget from the beginning. We are not. However, as we discuss it and determine whether or not to approve numbers, we get to talk to the department heads. We get to talk with Matt and give our opinions as to what ought and ought not to be. Where this really, in very short term, if any of us have a feeling about what is being done or wasn't being done, this is the time to talk to Matt. Once that budget is submitted to us, an awful lot of decisions have already been made. So, Matt, would you like to comment in that regard? Make sure we're clear.
Yes. So the way the charter outlines it is the town manager puts together a budget for all the departments, submits it to the Board of Selectmen, and then the Board of Selectmen submit it to the Budget Committee. But as Dick just mentioned, both the Selectmen's and the Budget Committee's recommendations are included on the town warrant when that goes to town meeting in June. Yeah, at this point, if you'd like, I can just share with you the perspective that we won't be asking for any program increases this year. We've been on a track of being able, us and the schools budget are on a track of being able to reduce the rate for 4 years in a row. I don't know if we'll be able to do that again, but that will certainly be the goal. That said, I'm going to give you an honest budget. Cheryl and I do a very rigorous review of the requests, and if anything is out of line, we feel is out of line, we shave that back. So before it even gets to you, we've gone through it, and I'd like to say we give you an honest budget. I mean, it's easy to say, but I think our track record shows that we give you a budget proposal that reflects a continuation of services. There's not any fluff in it. It's basically what it costs to provide those services. If that's not to say you can't cut the budget, but if you say you want to cut it, then I'm going to be asking you, what do you want to reduce? If you want to reduce the staff, we need to cut staff, and I'll be asking you those types of questions, and I'll try to give you the impacts of those issues, of those types of changes. We don't review the school's budget. That's kind of off on its own. The school committees review their budget, and then they submit it at a separate town meeting. That doesn't mean that we as staff and you as budget committee members and selectmen can't go to those meetings as citizens, but we really don't have a lot of say in what goes into the school budget. We definitely don't have a say as town staff and the Board of Selectmen and the Budget Committee, other than, our role as citizens.
And the school budget, Matt, correct me if I'm wrong, still represents about 2/3 of the total town
Yes,
tax burden, right?
Yeah, it is. It's right about 66% now.
Yeah.
Yeah, between the school budget and the county budget, the town budget is kind of small.
Yeah.
A small portion of the total.
Sherry has a question.
Sorry.
Hi, just wondering, do we still have those special education students in the area that we're requiring?
We have special
Chunk?
we have special education students that we fund in separate schools, but we don't have the out-of-state enrollment that we had previously. What 4 years ago now, I think.
Yeah.
4 or 5 years ago is when we had that $200,000 bump because of a student that had special needs that could only be addressed out of state.
But nothing, yay, oh, well, not yet. That was inappropriate, sorry. Thank you.
Any other questions or comments about the budget process? As Dick says, initially, it's Matt and staff getting together and talking about their budgets, looking at prior year budgets, looking at everything else that's going on, coming up with their best recommendations for both the Board of Selectmen and the Budget Committee. Then you will meet and talk about each of the items as a committee and with Matt and Cheryl if you have questions. As the Board of Selectmen will do the same, and we'll get together at the end.
We have just to add on, we have a traditional budget process. It's a line item budget, And what we've, I think, improved upon over the years is the description that each of the department heads, Cheryl and I, provide in the comments section.
Yes.
When we started doing that, answered a lot of the questions that the Budget Committee and the Board of Selectmen had beforehand. So we didn't have to spend, you didn't have to spend nearly as much time and on the Q&A part of it with the department. So we'll continue to do that.
Yeah, it's actually a very smooth process.
Something else I can point out for the new members, this is a public process. Public access to what we're doing at all times. If any of you, you cannot be emailing each other to discuss a particular budget item. Well, I would say once it's presented on a budget, right now tonight, you could talk about things, but once it becomes public process, you can't do that. If any of you have a question or a concern or some procedural item that you feel you need to discuss, contact Matt with that. Matt can deal with it. If it's determined by any of us that we need to meet outside of that schedule that's already been presented, then the public has to have the opportunity to know that we're going to do that and have the opportunity to be aware of everything that we discuss and vote on in that. So private email conversations around this process are a violation of the public right to know.
And each of these meetings on Zoom will be announced, and anyone from the public can essentially watch your meeting. So it is all public.
Yeah,
record,
they don't
public
have
participation.
input, but
Right.
but they have the right to know.
Yeah. Good point, Dick. Thank you. Anything else regarding the Budget Committee? Selectmen, anything for the good of the order here? The only thing I'll say, Cheryl, I have a lot of years of budget notebooks, and I'll bring them back because I'm going to put all of my notebooks into one so I can, see it. So I'll bring all my notebooks back. Budget Committee and Selectmen, if you have prior year notebooks that you would like to recycle, take them back into the town office and you can just add your new budget materials into your old notebook.
Right. And that being the point too for the new members, there is a hardbound book that you will get or will be able to go into the office and get, that has all of the line items, all that information is in it. There's a date on that schedule that indicates when they hope that they'll have them ready.
February 24th. Excuse me, Dick. February 24th.
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 Can I ask you, Dick, if we don't want them in written form, do we get these electronically, obviously?
Yeah, my understanding is you can get it that way.
Okay, so can I just not get the written form then?
Sure.
I need to let Cheryl know.
Sure.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. I'm an old fella that still is more comfortable reading real paper.
Oh, me too. Me
Likewise.
too.
Yep.
That's why I like to write on it.
I get to mark it up, draw pictures.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Any questions from either the Budget Committee or the Selectmen about the process? What's coming?
Cheryl, did you have anything? Did I forget anything?
I don't think so. I think you covered everything.
Okay, okay.
Okay, and Cheryl, will you or Matt kind of provide that introductory lesson, I guess, for the new members about how to read the budgets? The different sections. I know the last year or the year before last, you
Good
kind of
point.
went through the administrative pages and kind of showed people how to walk through, each pieces of the budget.
I don't have, Matt, can you share that on your screen? Because I'm on the laptop, which I can't be in my desktop.
Oh, not now, but at the first budget meeting. Take like 5 minutes for the first meeting.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, good.
Okay.
Okay, Dick, if there aren't any questions, would you like to adjourn your committee?
Yeah, I think so. Just beginning first with a thanks for everybody for being willing to be on the budget committee. It's not a difficult task, but it does involve you taking your time to go through and think carefully about what's going on in the town. And if you haven't done it before, it's a really good education on how the town is run, because you get to see all of the different things that go through the process of keeping the town operating. And you'll find that in the meetings frequently there are questions as to what is that? Why do we do that? How do we do that? Can we change the way we do it? Things like that. So it can be a really interesting process. And again, thank you so much for volunteering your time. Is there anything else from the budget committee before we adjourn? No, then I would, Sherry?
If we wanted to stay on for the select meeting, can we just mute until the 5:30 time? Or do we have to sign in again?
No, you'll have to sign in again. It's a separate link.
Okay,
Okay.
thanks.
Any other questions from the budget committee? Take a motion to adjourn
We adjourn.
from Bruce and second from Shari. Okay, all in favor, click the little red button.
What
Thank you.
little red button?
A little bit.
Good.
Leave. The one
Good.
that says
Oh,
leave.
the
The
leave.
one that says leave.
Leave.
Hi, everybody.
Bye.
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 Okay, for the selectmen, any other business for the budget process? Cheryl will be in touch with you, I know, when
How
it's
come
time
I
to
can
pick up.
still hear voices?
When it's time to pick up your book, Cheryl will be in touch with you. If you do have a notebook that you just want to reuse, be sure to do that. And I know the budget committee's already gone. I was gonna, echo Dick's remark to thank them for volunteering, because it's not an easy task, particularly for newcomers, but it is a vitally important task. So I do appreciate everybody's participation.
Robin, I do have a question.
Sure.
What about the, I know that due to the COVID and everything, that when we put this all together, are we going to have a lot of it so that they can vote on it that Tuesday before, because of the lack of people that go to the town meeting?
Matt and I talked about that earlier today, how we're going to do the town meeting and the voting, what'll be secret ballot and what will be on the town meeting, the
Right.
in-person meeting. Matt, do you want to talk about that just a bit, or do you
Yeah,
want to wait for the Board of Selectmen's meeting? Because we are going to talk about the town meeting. That's an agenda item for the board.
Yeah, I have that as an agenda item for your town
Okay.
meeting, but just, do you want to just wait till then? Okay.
Whatever. I just
Yeah.
thought I'd bring it up during this process.
Do you want to repeat that, Mark?
No, I just thought I'd bring it up because of the concern about not having people out in the public, and I just would like to see as many people as we can vote on these things, provider agencies or what have you. But yeah, that's no problem. We can talk about it later.
Okay. Does that work, Matt?
Yes.
Okay. Do I hear a motion to adjourn?
I make a motion, we adjourn.
I'll second.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor? We'll see you in, 10 minutes?
Yeah.
See you in a few.
In a few minutes.
Okay.
Thank you.
I left the meeting before taking.